Hi guys, Michael here. Today a little bit of a different topic. Usually we talk about trading on FX and commodities, but today we will analyze the current situation in stocks based on the famous Warren Buffett investment company Berkshire Hathaway and their portfolio. So I will try to interpret his view on the current market situation, so do have that in mind that this is just my subjective opinion. So maybe I'll start from the statement that since the 2020 pandemic, Buffett is most of the time net stocks seller. In fact, right now he sits near record $145 billion in cash and cash equivalent. So as for the cash itself, is rather a temporary state in Berkshire's Hathaway portfolio. The Omaha Oracle himself said, quote, "The one thing I will tell you is the worst investment you can have is cash." Everybody's talking about cash being king and all that sort of thing. Cash is going to become worth less over time, but good businesses are going to become worth more over time. So, current cash situation has to do with those charts. Here you have, we can say, money printing values for major central banks. You can clearly see the comparison between the 2008 crisis and the 2020 pandemic. That increase was way bigger in 2020. I would say even parabolic increase. And this chart, on the other hand, you can find on the official Federal Reserve website, so this is nothing new and nothing that is hidden from the public. If we can say in a normal situation, and I think is the reasoning of Buffett's current portfolio, is that first, we will have a crash soon and therefore he would like to have cash in order to buy something cheap when the prices goes down. Second thing is that because of the asset purchases program, loads of money are being injected into the economy, which most of the people invest into the stock market, therefore soaring a valuation of the stocks, of the companies. Which means that the stocks don't perform that well compared to the price which potential buyers need to pay for the stock. Simply put, they are overpriced. And in Warren Buffett assessment, there are no good values for money in stocks right now. At least, not that many. This chart, on the other hand, shows you that US citizens never in history had so much money saved in their accounts. So maybe let's check Buffett's portfolio. This data is from 31st March 2021, which was published in May. I will not go down to the whole list, you can check it by yourself. I will highlight just the fact that, for example, the biggest percentage of stock portfolio, which is 40%, is in Apple stocks. Next is Bank of America, then famous Coca-Cola, Verizon, American Express, BNY Mellon, and so on. During the last 2 years, Buffett consolidated his stocks. Right now, it seems that he left only those best performing companies or with a very stable business model with high margins. As for financials, he increased his stake in Bank of America after selling completely Wells Fargo and JP Morgan stocks. We could make a whole webinar about that, so I will just short it to sentence that on one hand, Buffett's investment vehicles since 1965 made 20% compounded return on a yearly basis, comparing it to the 10% made by S&P 500, so obviously we can't say that he was lucky. Clearly, he has some greater knowledge about the markets. On the other hand, after the GFC, the Great Financial Crisis, after central banks started to print money out of thin air, the economy is not the same. And we see new record highs on indices made constantly, and maybe we will not have as a drastic crisis as it was in the previous years, and we will be bleeding for a very long time and have stagflation, like it is right now for decades in Japan. Stagflation, for those of you who might not know, it basically means slow or no growth in an economy with high inflation. Typically, when we have higher prices, it means that the economy is running at full speed and is developing and in good condition. But right now, we have higher prices, but no real growth, so we can check it by the GDP numbers. So that would be all for today from my side. Let me know what you think of this video. It's a little bit different one than the usual, at least from me, so a good critique will be very welcome here. Also remember to check other LiteFinance's social media channels on Instagram and TikTok. If you are looking for more content and maybe some trading memes, you can find it there. So down below also you will have the links to open an account on a LiteFinance broker. One is for 50% discount on transaction costs and the other is for 100% bonus on your funds. So that is all. Thank you and till next time guys. Bye bye.